Hi guys, so I'm going to show you how I do my mini coconut bake. And here I have my coconut that I dug out with a knife from the shell, the ones that was giving trouble. And we're just going to cut it up and break it down into smaller pieces because I am going to put them in the blender little at a time with some water and blend that very fine. And I'm going to show you what I do after. And this is what you will get when it's been blended in your blender. You're going to empty it in your strainer and squeeze out or press out as much liquid as you can get. If you want, you can take your hands and squeeze it out as well too. And we're going to put the coconut husk this is what you'll get. You're going to put it separate and continue doing the rest. So I have here all the coconut water or milk from that coconut that I squeezed out. This here is the coconut husk, and I have here wheat bran here. I have butter, I have cookeen, I have oat flour, I have wheat germs, ground flax seed, I have multigrain. It's a multigrain mix. It has, I'll tell you what it has while I'm mixing it. I have baking powder, brown sugar, salt, yeast. 1 pack of yeast will go into this. And I have some of my coconut husk which will be going into the flour. So let's get this mini coconut bake multigrain style mixing up. I will leave all the measurements in the description box for you guys. Into my flour, I will add my wheat bran, my oat flour, my wheat germ, my ground flaxseed, and my brown sugar, my salt, and you see this? I'm going to put it into my mini chopper just to pulse it up a little bit to break it down fine, not too fine, and I'll show you. It's all broken down, so it's still chunky. It's not fine. This will go in. I have my baking powder and I have my yeast will go in. Keep the yeast on the opposite side of the salt. We're going to give this a mix. Let all that wheat germ, wheat bran, flaxseed, multigrain flax mix with the seeds. It consists, this is what it is. It consists of rolled oats, pumpkin seeds, sunflower seed, flax seed, chia seeds, sesame seeds. So it's a good alternative to make your simple basic bread or bake into a multigrain one. Now that everything is combined here, I will add my cookeen and I will add my butter. Make sure your butter is on the melted side, and we're going to give this a mix. I have my regular coconut bake already on my channel. I will leave that link in this description box. So if some of you are allergic to the nuts and the seeds, you can make it just plain. And if you're allergic to the coconut, leave out the coconut milk. Use any other milk that you're accustomed using. Just don't add the coconut husk, you know. And the coconut husk will go in. The coconut husk is something that you can add how much you want it. It depends on how you like it, the taste that you like in your mouth. If you like it with a lot of coconut, well then add a little extra more. If you want it with not too much coconut, but just with that little hint, you will add how much I added. And now we will mix it with that coconut milk that we squeezed out. This can be eaten with butter and cheese, or you can make it into sandwiches with whatever meat you choose to use. So let me get this mixing, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it's finished. Everything has come together. We're just going to knead it. Form it into that dough ball, one big dough ball. And if it's feeling a little heavy or on the dry side, all you have to do, put a little bit of that liquid on the top and just knead it with the back of your knuckles, just to moisten it up a little bit. And then we're going to bring it together now. It feels like a nice texture now. And we're going to leave this. We're going to turn it over. See all that seeds. On the dough. We're just going to take a little bit of that liquid, rub it in your hand and pat it on the top of it so the dough will not dry out. Or you can tap a little bit of butter as well. So when you put your plastic wrap or cling wrap, it will not stick to the dough. We're going to cover it with that plastic wrap and that heavy kitchen towel and leave it for 30 minutes to raise, and I will show you the next step. Right. So after the 30 minutes, this is what you're going to get with your dough. So let's get this put together now and make it into our mini bakes. We're going to dust our counter surface with flour. Turn over our dough onto the counter surface, and we're going to cut this into 2 equal pieces. We're going to just move this one aside, rest it back into the bowl that it was in. And we're going to form this one into one dough ball. And we're going to cut them. we're just gonna make them into one dough ball, and this will be one of our mini bake. Pinch the bottom, and we're going to set this in our pan like so. Let me do the rest. This is what we're going to get with them, and you're going to just flatten them down a little bit. You're going to take a fork and you're going to do this at the top. And you're going to brush the top with a little butter and cookeen. And you're going to put them in the oven and bake until golden brown on 350. So this is what it would look like. Those are the mini ones. And these are the big ones. They just need a little more color. And these are what the little mini ones would look like. I will attach a video with the bigger ones, but there's a video on my channel with the bigger ones. It's the same recipe, just this one is the multigrain one. So if you want, you can brush the top with some of the butter and cookeen. It will give it that shine, or you can leave it just as. But if you don't brush them, they tend to get a little on the hard side with a more crisp top. So I just slightly or lightly brush them with the butter to keep them on the soft side. It is optional.